another edition of Vince Wrestling Report. Alongside my partner Ryan, I'm your host J-Man. This edition of the IWR, we're going to do our Ring of Honor Final Battle 2011 preview coming this Friday on Internet Pay-Per-View. Once again, like we always say, if you guys have not checked out Ring of Honor's product, please go check this out this Friday on Internet Pay-Per-View at GoFightLive.tv. We're going to run down the card for you. First matchup, we have the returning Jimmy Rave to go up against Embassy member Tommaso Ciampa. This should be some pretty interesting stuff with Jimmy Rave's history back in Ring of Honor, obviously with the Embassy as well, and all that kind of stuff going on, having ties to the Embassy and, Prince Nana and everything going on there. And Tommaso Ciampa, the new star of the Embassy. This one's actually pretty tough to pick here. I could really go either way. I'm going to go with Tommaso Ciampa getting the win here. It would be cool to see Jimmy Rave get the win here on the latest video wire. He looked in really good shape, off the bad stuff he's been doing in the past. So hopefully we get a really quality, match out of Jimmy Rave here, and possibly something in the future. Maybe he could, stick in Ring of Honor for a little bit. I'm going to go with Embassy member Tommaso Ciampa get the win here.
Yeah, I feel like, like he said, we saw Jimmy Rave on the video wire. I felt like throughout Jimmy Rave's whole career in Ring of Honor, he was a real underrated guy. In 06 had a lot of really good matches, some of the best feuds in Ring of Honor history.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if they're planning on keeping Rave for a while or not, but I would love to see him win. I'm going to go with Jimmy Rave winning here. I think that they could really do a feud with, Jimmy Rave being the crown jewel of, the Embassy years ago, going up against the new crown jewel.
Especially back when the Embassy was legitimate. Now it's just kind of...
it's kind of all over the place. Yeah. I would definitely, I think Rave could win here and definitely come back into Ring of Honor and do something.
Should be interesting stuff to see there. Next matchup, we have the House of Truth member Michael Elgin going up against T.J. Perkins. This one should be some interesting stuff. T.J. Perkins, his style has looked really good on the Ring of Honor on TV lately. Just an amazing athlete and really impressing on TV as of late. Michael Elgin, who has just been an absolute monster as of late, winning Survival of the Fittest, going on to get a future title, Ring of Honor World title shot, and has really looked impressive. One of those guys where if you do not watch Ring of Honor and you look at him, you're not going to expect he could do what he could do. A lot of like those guys where you don't judge that book by its cover, because he could go out there and just put on some great stuff and has been as of late. For this one, I'm going to go with Michael Elgin getting the win here, continuing his role to possibly going on to a main event type scene in the future. But Michael Elgin's build so far in Ring of Honor has been some really good stuff, and I see some more impressive stuff out of this match. I'm going to go with Michael Elgin getting the win.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Elgin here winning also. Ring of Honor is, I think, only true beast, big guy in their whole company. They're building him up well. Like I said, he's the only guy, and he gets in there and has, strong style type matches with people. This ought to be some pretty entertaining stuff here with T.J. Perkins. I don't expect it to go really long. I don't know about T.J. Perkins. They bring him in every once in a while, then he leaves and he comes back.
He has a contract with them now.
Does he have a contract?
Yeah, I believe he has a contract with them now.
I don't know. I'd like to see him do a little bit more with T.J. Perkins. I think he's a really talented guy. But T.J. Perkins needs to show a little bit more personality and come up with a bit more of a character. He's kind of just T.J. Perkins, a guy who just wrestles really good. He's really
isn't bad, but
he's not bad. He just doesn't really have much else going on.
Exactly.
But this could go either way. But I would definitely say Elgin should win here. I'm gonna go with Michael Elgin.
Next matchup, we have a gauntlet tag match for a future shot for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. We have in this matchup the All Night Express, Future Shock, the Young Bucks, the Bravado Brothers, Caprice Coleman, and Cedric Alexander in this matchup. This should be some really entertaining stuff with all of their just young talent in their tag division right here, and really going to be showcased in this matchup. Future Shock looking impressive as late. All Night Express, busting out in the tag division. The Young Bucks coming back in, the Brados, all this kind of stuff going on here. This should be some really entertaining stuff out of these guys. I'm going to go with the All Night Express in this matchup. This one's really hard to pick because I think it could be between either the All Night Express, Future Shock, and the Young Bucks. But I'm going to go with the All Night Express. All Night Express kind of had that role to where it looks like they were going to be going for those Ring of Honor tag titles. And obviously, with what you'll see what I'm doing with or what I think is going to happen with the tag titles, I think this could lead to something down the road where they'll finally be going for the tag titles. But I'm going to go with All Night Express getting the win in the gauntlet match.
Yeah, this is difficult. The two teams that I think it'd be hard to pick between them be All Night Express and the Young Bucks. I think the Young Bucks are become two of the best heels in all of wrestling, honestly. I think with all the stuff they did with Booker T and Goldust and the stuff they do in PWG, and they're a really good heel tag team, really standing out. A lot of people thought they were just, high-flying nobodies, but cutting pretty good promos, getting a lot of heat. So, I'm going to go with the Young Bucks winning here. I think, if they're under contract for Ring of Honor and, they're good for television, and I don't know, I think the Young Bucks get the win here on this.
Next matchup, we have the Roderick Strong Invitational Challenge featuring Roderick Strong going up against a mystery opponent. Obviously, can't be picking anybody this matchup. There's been some speculation of possibly Homicide coming back, but the really two that really interest me, the speculation of possibly Nigel McGuinness maybe coming back into the ring, or Chris Hero coming back to Ring of Honor. Obviously, the last two I'd be so much looking forward to. Homicide, I really just do not care about as of late. I would absolutely love to see either Nigel or Hero. Hero going on with all the stuff that's been going on with WWE, you know, failing a drug test or whatever's going on, trying getting into WWE. But if he came back to Ring of Honor, it would be amazing to see Nigel with all the crazy stuff that's been happening over the past year of his life and wrestling career. Did possibly hear, I believe he's wrestling in some sort of Ohio or Iowa or somewhere in there, something like that. So possibly come back into the ring, possibly for this kind of match here. But I would love to see either or two of Hero or Nigel in this match, but should be some entertaining stuff, whatever happens out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the plan is on for him to face. I think they may just wait until the actual show, have him come out and call somebody out, and somebody may just come out. Hero or Nigel would be great to see. Nigel maybe have one last match or something, do something like that. I don't know, there's talks maybe someone from Japan possibly. I don't know, they have a deal with Noah, but a lot of their talent, and Noah's pretty banged up. So, I'm not really quite sure. I'm interested to see who this, but I'm definitely hoping it's not Homicide. There's no reason for Homicide to come back here and just randomly have a match with Strong. Exactly. I don't see no reason.
Next matchup, we have the triple threat match for the Ring of Honor television title between champion Jay Lethal, El Generico, and Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett bringing in, his girlfriend, Maria?
Maria
from WWE, coming in to be in his corner. Should be interesting stuff
so
there.
Cold.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to actually go with Mike Bennett here. He's the guy that they've talked about as the television type guy. That personality that's not the all around amazing wrestling guy, but he's going to bring that personality and the character and the gimmick and everything that has been on television, which could work on television. I'm not a big fan of him at all. Obviously, Generico or Lethal will be great to see come out as still a champion or second two-time champion with El Generico. But I'm going to go with Mike Bennett here. Maybe continue to get better. I would say it's hard to really say everything about him, but his progression hopefully can continue. But it'll be interesting to see what goes on here. But I'm going to actually go with Mike Bennett when they're television.
I'm going to go with Mike Bennett as well. I believe earlier in the year he cut a promo saying, before the end of the year, I'm going to be champion. He didn't specify on what he was going to be, but he said I will be a champion by the end of the year. This is his only opportunity that he's going to get to be a champion. So in Ring of Honor is not like TNA or kind of WWE where they forget about promos like that. Exactly. They kind of follow through with some of the stuff that they do.
They don't insult our intelligence.
Yeah, so, all of us that have been watching it know that Mike Bennett cut a promo and had him say, I will be champion by the end of the year, and I think he wins here. I don't think it's clean. I don't know if Maria gets involved, what would happen here. Never really seen heel Maria, have we?
I don't believe so. No.
That would be pretty interesting to see if she stayed for a while and did a little bit with Mike Bennett. But I'm going to go with Mike Bennett winning here.
Next matchup, we have the no DQ match with a special referee, Jimmy Jacobs, between Kevin Steen and Steve Corino. If Kevin Steen wins this matchup, he will be reinstated back into Ring of Honor, and I believe Jim Cornette will be at ringside to see what all the craziness goes on here. This is going to be some interesting stuff here with all the things going on here. It could be an explosive situation going on. So great to see Kevin Steen back in the ring, in Ring of Honor. He's been working other promotions, PWG, just doing great stuff. Finally see him back in Ring of Honor. Just really the most, just amazing guy on the indie scene right now that really captures, everything about, that's going on right now. It's just some craziness. I believe he's like the CM Punk of the indie scene right now, really how that feel is of Kevin Steen. But seeing this match up here with Steve Corino should be some brutal stuff, being the no DQ matchup here. I could see some crazy shenanigans going on to where it's all a work and they're all together somehow. That'd be crazy to see. Who knows with all the stuff that was going on before Kevin Steen left, being with Steve Corino, bringing in Jimmy Jacobs, who's kind of playing that role of, the exact opposite of how Jimmy Jacobs was back when he was in Ring of Honor in the past. But I'm going to go with Kevin Steen, obviously getting the win here, coming back into Ring of Honor, and should be moving on to hopefully a world title feud in the future, because Kevin Steen is just the shit.
Yeah,
simple.
That's spot on, exactly what I was thinking. Honestly, what I think is I'm going to make a bold prediction here on this. It's all just a big work from Corino and Jacobs to get Kevin Steen back.
Yep.
To have set the whole thing up where Corino is going to have the match with him. They have the match, and have it, and then Steen gets in and they all hug, and everyone's like, we screwed you guys, I'm back, blah, 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 blah. Cornette's all, up in arms, and, you have this group of Jacobs, Corino, and Steen, and just godliness of talking and just wrestling. It ought to be very interesting to see what they're going to do with this, but this ought to make their television product very interesting if they do that. But I'm going to go Kevin Steen winning here.
Next matchup, we have the Ring of Honor tag titles on the line. Win Champions Wrestling Greatest Tag Team goes up against the Briscoe Brothers, them boys. I'm going to go with the Briscoe Brothers winning the tag team titles for God knows how many 7-time champions I think they are. Some just ridiculous amount of times. To me, Wrestling Greatest Tag Team, Austin Benjamin, they are a great tag team. But for some reason, like we were talking, it kind of hasn't seemed like they're really bringing their full potential right now in Ring of Honor. You know, with the promos they've been cutting, just been looking cheesy and just crappy as all get out. But you know, I love these guys, and I think that Shelton Benjamin is just one of the most underrated guys in the history of wrestling. I absolutely love Shelton Benjamin. And these guys have put on some great matches, but it just hasn't seemed like this run has been very impressive. And I think they need to put it on some guys that has shown history that they can provide that great stuff out of the tag division. But I'm going to go with the Briscoe brothers as the new tag team champions.
Yeah, wrestling's greatest tag team this year has been a bit disappointing with their run they did as tag champions. Not been that great. I think a lot of people are kind of just waiting for these guys to kind of split a little and Shelton to have some singles matches here. I know that not too many people care too much about Charlie Haas. I mean, he's not a bad wrestler or anything, but I think everyone really, now that they've seen these guys team almost the whole time that they've been there, they want to see these guys split up and do single stuff.
There's some nasty dream matches.
Yeah, Shelton when everyone wants to see Shelton face all kinds of different people in Ring of Honor. So I mean, I think it's interesting because they haven't done that yet. But I'm gonna go with the Briscoes winning here, quite possibly the MVPs of Ring of Honor this entire year. Cutting some of the best promos, the most funny promos. Met these guys in person, this year. They were absolutely great. Hilarious. So personable, so much fun to talk to.
Yeah.
So I mean, these guys were great. I'm gonna go with them winning here. I think it's almost with Ring of Honor, it's almost interesting when I picked the Young Bucks to get that title shot to face the Briscoes. Even though both teams are kind of I think the Briscoes are kind of like tweener face heels.
Yeah.
I think that it may be another switch for them to become faces again. Because a lot of their promos they've been cutting lately have been kind of funny and not really heelish at all. Yeah. But I think it's interesting because the Bucks and I think the Briscoes are probably two of the most over teams in all of Ring of Honor.
And like I said in the past, or in
ANX too,
ANX, winning the shot obviously continuing. I think the Briscoes, either one would be great to see Young Bucks or All Night. But either way, I'm hoping the Briscoes come out as the new tag team champions. Next matchup, we have the main event. It's Richards-Edwards 3 for the Ring of Honor World title between champion Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. With all the stuff going on here over this past year with these guys, these partners, they've just been putting on just some of the absolute best stuff in wrestling, this year and over the past couple months have been going on. Back at Best in the World when Davey Richards captured the world title from Eddie Edwards, and all this stuff building to the final battle. That's just one of the things that Ring of Honor knows how to do the most, is build to something that is just going to be epic, and this is going to be epic, people, as it is, because I just don't think there's there's other guys in the wrestling industry that have chemistry, to the nth degree, and these guys really have it. As far as a winner, I'm going to go with Davey Richards retaining the world title here. It'll be interesting to see what goes on after this match, during this match. It should just be some more classic stuff and an amazing match I'm anticipating here, but I'm going to go with Davey Richards retaining the world title.
I got to go Davey Richards here too, also retaining. I think it's going to be real hard to top the Best in the World match. I think a lot of people give Davey Richards and Eddie their matches that they've had this year, in particular the Best in the World match. A lot of people think it's great. A lot of people give it a lot of grief for whatever reasons, it being it's Davey's selling issue, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter if it's whatever. It's so much effort that these guys put in, so much work that these guys put in their matches. You really can't hate that much on how great that these guys are, how much work they're putting in. But I expect great things out of this match here, and I expect to see some good stuff here. So I'm gonna go Davey Richards winning right here.
Should be some great stuff to see. That will now wrap up our Ring of Honor Final Battle 2011 preview. Be sure to check out our instant review after the pay-per-view Friday night, and make sure you guys check it out on Friday night on Go Fight Live. For my partner Ryan, I'm your host J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, your source for wrestling news, information, opinions instantly.
This is a battleground!